Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to start welding all the components from the wide body onto the narrow body, so come along. We're pretty much at that stage now, so I'm going to start with doing the inner here, and then I think I'm going to weld the rocker and the quarter together, and then put that on the car and then actually weld that all in. I think that'll be the easiest way to do that. That way I'm not doing a really weird weld underneath the car with that one rocker panel. Yeah, all right, let's do this. So I kind of got this all more or less marked up where I need to cut it. Obviously, there's still a couple of cleco holes right by the edge. I'm probably gonna do a lap joint on this, mostly because it's kind of an awkward welding position, and it's not that big a deal. So I'm probably just gonna weld it on the outside here, and either seam seal it on the inside, or maybe I'll run a bead across the inside too. But it'll just be easier for me to just kind of run a bead across the outside here where it doesn't really matter. I'm a little nervous about doing this though. Like I said, I've never really done this before, so yeah, wish me luck, I guess. Yeah, so we're working on getting some tacks here. This metal's a little dirty. I'm definitely have to clean it before final welding, but Jason's plugging away. We got the front fitting pretty good. We gotta get this fit. Once those two are fit good, then we'll fit the quarter to this rocker as well. So I want to weld those two together off the car. I think it'll be easier because I want it to get underneath the car to do the seam on the rocker then. At least that's the way my head's thinking right now. But we're getting pretty close, which is a good thing. So we're just gonna keep plugging away here and see how far we can get tonight. All right, so it's just me out in the shop today working. We got a little bit of a ice storm going on outside, so it just wasn't really worth Jason coming out. But over the weekend, I got a little bit of work done. If you guys watched the short, you kind of saw that. But I've got this fitting up pretty good. I got a little bit of tweaking to do with it. So I think what I'm going to work on tonight is getting this fit up and maybe keep working on welding the inner structure. I've got it all tacked and everything. I still have to cut that down and fit it too, but that can wait. Actually, I mean, all of this can really wait. I don't really have to do all this stuff right now, but once all that's done, I can actually just weld it all in. So I'm kind of antsy, I guess you can say, to do that. So what I'm going to do here is just slowly file and sand away until we can get a nice tight fitting gap, because this is really what we want, is we want no gap, just nice and flush. Run a bead across it and we can sand it down and do a little bit of filler. Like in here is not going to need filler because the glass is going to cover that. Same with right here. It's mostly just like this area that's going to really need the filler. And even then, it doesn't really matter too much. Mostly just be how much work I want to do on it. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we're going to plug away at that back there and see what we can do. Yeah, so we're starting to get fitted up pretty good here. It seems like it's off, you know, but the actual like outline of the door, or not the door, the quarter, is, you know, spot on, and the window fits. So I think it's just maybe a slight misalignment with stuff. Because I mean, like I said, we're fitting pretty dang good here. I know we're still overlapped here, which is what it is. But I figured I'd take a look at the trunk here. It's a little tight, so this is gonna have to come over. But I mean, other than that, I think we can mostly do that like when we weld it, like throw some screws in to pull it over. I mean, otherwise, it's fitting real good. I'm gonna keep plugging away at that before I really decide too much there. I want to get this fitting, I guess, perfect. Because I mean, this could even do that. Because I mean, that's gonna like bring it down, if that makes any sense. Because it is overlapped right now, so the panels, it is all over the place. So I'm gonna take all these clecos out and keep working this here. Yeah, I'm liking how that's all fitting up. Nice and tight. And yeah, we still got this little bit of a problem here, but I was just messing with the screwdriver. And it is pretty far out from the body, so if I could just get it pushed in with like a screw, that should hold it where it needs to actually be to be good. Because the gap here is pretty big on this side. I mean, you can see how big that gap is. Yeah, a little too tight right there. But everything else looks, like I said, real good on it. This is real nice and tight. Cool, I'm liking that. I'm gonna leave that one all clecoed up and everything like that. I'm gonna get this side of the rocker all fit up as well. We got the two front parts Jason did left in, but I'm gonna get that all fitted, and then we're ready to weld at that point, in my opinion. So let's get cooking. Well, I may have went a little bit ham right here. It's gonna be fun to fill, but the rest of it's fitting up nice and close. At least with this part, it's hidden underneath plastic and stuff, so I'm not terribly concerned about it. But yeah, what I'll end up doing is I'll end up welding this seam first, because I want to I don't have to weld from underneath the car. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have to do the pinch welds and everything down there, but I'll be MIG welding all that. Oh, excuse me. So I think at this point, I think I'm ready to finish welding that inner, can't think of the word right now, inner tub, whatever. So I'm gonna pull all this off and I guess plug away at that. Well, I started doing a little bit of a couple welds there, and the undercoating keeps catching on fire, which isn't that big a deal. I'm just dabbing it out. But it'd be nice to have somebody else here in case it gets worse. Thought about that. Plus, my heater's out of heat, and I burned myself. So I think that's actually where I'm gonna leave this video. I know it doesn't seem like a lot got done, but I think enough got done, especially considering everything's fit at this point. So then it's just, you know, grind down some old spot welds, clean up some surfaces, finish welding this, and start burning the rest of it in. But yeah, that's actually where I'm gonna leave this video. So if you guys like this kind of content and you're excited to see this build, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.